Listen. So we previously made a video on the Fast and Furious series, and we said we were going to be making a part 2 that was going to cover how the Fs went from standing for family to them all fighting. That said, in part 1, a lot of people really liked our Ray J bit and totally didn't miss the point of the ADR line. So unbeknownst to me, Ray J himself picked up the phone and called I don't know who, but eventually a rep did hit us up about Raycons and sent me a discount code for you guys as they proudly sponsored this video right here. A video detailing the most furious aspects of the Fast franchise, where the only thing crazier than the fights on screen are the fights behind it.
Look at this. Body's not even cold, Dom. Your family's already replacing you.
Let me explain. Now, besides having to be bald and furious to lead a Fast installment, sorry Erlacher, there also has to be an entire rollout from Universal. This may have started as a street movie, but now it's a money-making machine up there with Star Wars and Marvel. The series may focus on family, but they also want to focus in on your family visiting the all-new Fast and Furious ride at Universal. They want you to go to the live Fast and Furious event, which, you know, I'm actually kind of mad I missed because it's like medieval times for cars. But out of all the stunts the series has pulled, from leaping through buildings, driving out of the sky, bringing back the dead, the biggest leap has been going from that streetcar movie starring a couple of bros to the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson extravaganza.
But when it comes to business and when it comes to executing, it's up against this. And I got to go that way. And I don't give a fuck who is in front of me. They're not gonna stop me.
What's crazy is that at one point the character of Hobbs wasn't even meant to be a character like this. He was gonna be portrayed by Tommy Lee Jones before someone on Facebook suggested The Rock being in the movie so that he could like punch Vin Diesel in the face. No lie, The Rock even thanked that fan on Facebook.
Wasn't half bad having you work for me.
Now we all know you were working for me, Hobbs.
And even though the first installments together seemed fine and they looked like they were best buds, it's been pretty well documented that The Rock and Vin Diesel have not seen eye to eye on where the franchise is supposed to go.
You telling me they can't be a double alpha in one group?
Personally, I kind of see both points. Obviously, this is Vin Diesel's baby, who he did abandon it for a little bit, but then he came back and created a legacy out of it. A legacy that will and has outlived this on-screen familia. That said, we're not gonna lie and act like The Rock didn't breathe in life to the series with Fast 5, literally calling himself franchise Viagra on Saturday Night Live.
The theory of everything, but it's good looking.
Can you smell what Stephen Hawking is cooking?
Could they have stopped it at 7 with it being a beautiful send-off and tribute to Paul? Yeah, but the script to F8 wrote itself as these two started fighting off-screen, and I think some of that got caught on camera. So as the bigger the series got, the more people wanted to be a part of it, the more ideas that there were, the more clashing that there was, to the point that producers who were there from the beginning were getting cut like Steve Jobs. The Rock was pettier than a soccer mom on Instagram, thanking everyone on set except Vin Diesel. Diesel then subs Dwayne by calling himself Daddy and Johnson a junior who followed the leader. And that's when, if you pay close attention to what both people want, you start to see the farthest philosophies possible. The Rock clearly wants to make the biggest franchises possible, even giving sermons about it.
I want Will Smith's career, but, and I said, and I mean this respectfully because I know he's here at this agency with us, I want to do it bigger and better.
Vin, on the other hand, Vin legitimately believes the Fast and Furious should win an Oscar.
If there was no number attached to these movies, they would be contenders for Best Picture.
It may seem funny at first, but he legit hypes up the cast and crew for award season. You know, he goes about actually hiring more Oscar winners. He believes the drama's in there. He knows his action set pieces are award worthy. And considering how he views his Riddick franchise, one that he owns and he sees as being very Shakespearean, considering he's been in Oscar films, he's started in them, he's looking at how hard he's worked and knows that it's at the level of those filmmakers who are winning awards. Meanwhile,
Oscar movies this year didn't make no dough. Even Birdman could have used the people's elbow.
can Oscar movies also have their own theme park rides? Well, that's up for you and James Cameron, since he did it, to decide. Should the series, again, like I said, ended at 7, as it was a good, perfect send-off for Paul? Perhaps, but maybe The Rock is right, and that's why he's seen so much success. Because when you think about it, they do have a pretty big universe now. You got characters like Suki, who are still alive and can make a comeback. Minka Kelly was featured in one of the shorts with Paul Walker, and she's still alive. Even older characters are coming back for more installments. And when you really look at it, the idea for spin-offs is there, considering these two are presented by the Fast and the Furious. Kind of like those never-ending, expanding Star Wars stories. And that's what brings us to the official first detour of the series. Or what some would call a wrong turn. When Vin got angry, The Rock got bigger, and Jason Statham was like, y'all really gonna turn me into the good guy? After I almost blew up a baby?
Money on my mind, so on toupee, real out of time, never Kool-Aid.
So, it's an anime. At points I thought I was watching test footage for the live-action Akira. The Rock would get whooped by Kirby just for him to pick her up at the end like a paperweight. He goes full superhero, pulling copters like Steve, wielding a shield to defeat a super soldier, and then they have him fighting like it's the Rundown.
Mama, where's all our guns?
I get rid of them.
Very noble, Mrs. Hobbs.
Boy was worried he wasn't gonna get a sequel. It was cool to see Idris play a bad guy who can outrun bullets, just can't fire them. Vanessa Kirby, who was previously in MI6 Fallout, has a fallout with the MI6 as she gets transported by her brother Jason away from Black Superman.
I'm Black Superman. Yeah, it was an improvisation that just got stuck in the movie. It's kind of interesting because they singled it out, and I'm like, it wasn't actually written.
That said, I don't know why they put this ugly watching Mad Max on a shattered iPhone 6 filter, because it was dirty. I wanted to take a Clorox to the projector. By the end of it, the movie was a rent it for me, you know? The whole premise of the film is to have Hobbs and Shaw agree to work with each other to take away the series from Vin Diesel, depending on who you're asking. The Rock starts bringing in his own family into the series, like it's Parasite. Even the director, who did Deadpool previously, brings in Ryan for like 47 after credit scenes. Dwayne recasts the girl from the game plan. Cliff Curtis gets to add another ethnicity to cross out of his bucket list with this role, but I can't really say that it holds up to the rest of the series in my opinion. I know the director wanted this take of the series to be more fun forward than I guess the other installments were, but this just feels like a completely different series to me. I'm not saying that F8 and Furious 7 weren't already like a CGI clip away from being a Michael Bay flick, but I legit thought I was watching a cartoon at points. And it sucks because I really do like the stunt work in it. A lot of the talent involved I think are very talented. I just wish I could see them. At the end of the day though, most people see this series as a money machine that's never gonna run out of gas. Maybe diesel, but one that clearly has no end in sight. If you're a fan of them, then you're in luck. If you're not, then hopefully the behind the scenes was more entertaining for you. By the end of it, they realize that it's all about family as they go visit their moms. They realize that family will fight sometimes, but it's all about working through it together. And that if you want to defeat evil Idris Elba, the only way to do it is by making fun of the fact that he was in Cats.
We're doing this big fight scene. I'm walking in looking all bravado, and they'll be like, hey, Idris, what are you doing next? Cats.
Thank you guys for checking out this video, and a big thank you to Ray J himself, and for the Raycons, for sponsoring this video right here. We've used a lot of headphones in the past when it comes to, you know, listening and editing, so I can attest to these being better than a lot of other premium headphones we've spent money on, especially when these are half the price. We used them to edit this entire video right here. It was pretty flawless. We had them in for more hours than Ray J, no problem, super comfortable. My voice sounded crisper than it usually does, and I love getting up and not getting strangled by the noose that is wired headphones. They were also really cool and sent us the newest model to test out. You know, they told us to mention the obvious: 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, improvement in bass, fun colorways. But I'm gonna be honest with you, the thing I really want to talk about is this case. No lie, I've been caressing this thing longer than I've been using the headphones just because of how soft the material is. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's smoother than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's squeaky bald head. Every person who I've let borrow these notices it too, so, you know, if you don't need new headphones and you need a new fidget spinner, these are LME approved. They have a cool little design when you open them. You can take calls, skip songs. Case even charges them 3 times over. And I really do dig the philosophy behind the company. So if you need new wireless earbuds, if you need something to caress, or you just want to check them out since they were cool enough to sponsor these videos, as you know, your boy gets demonetized left and right, check out the link in the description below. That'll help you get 15% off your order, literally making them some of the best wireless buds you can get. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this video. You know, it's crazy to think that with this series, it's pretty much like its own genre now. Like with superhero films, people want to grow up and direct a certain genre, superhero film. Kids are gonna grow up to want to direct the Fast and Furious movie, and it's only a matter of time till, you know, Universal, NBC has their own streaming series. They already got a roller coaster ride. They got a lot going with this, and maybe one day Vin Diesel will get his Oscar. But other than that, I'm curious to know your thoughts on this series, other things that I may have missed, your favorite characters, installments, moments, all of that, and anything else down below. And until next time, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and you too can get your own Fast and Furious spinoff.